Well, look who we have here, John Miles, CEO and President of Steelite International. John, how are you?
Lauren, I could not be more pleased to see anyone than you. How are you?
I love it when he says those kinds of things. It makes me feel so special. And this man, he is one of the busiest, one of the coolest, and one of the most innovative people I think we have in the Valley. So we're truly lucky to have you, not just on the show right now, but supporting us along the way. And just today in the Steelite showroom, just to give you a little idea as to what we were just doing, he was talking to a lot of international press and Tabletop Magazine about what's happening in the food industry. And of course, we're gonna ask the same kinds of questions because the food industry around here is one that is so incredibly important. And lots of our friends and lots of our acquaintances are somehow involved in food.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So when we're looking at what's to come, you as a company, not only have you taken the time during COVID to assume more brands and to launch more products, but you've kept the same team, which I think is the reason why I wanted to sit with you today about what that takes, because that's a huge commitment.
Yeah, and listen, I think that you can replicate almost any product someplace else in the world, right? Mm-hmm. You can take a product that's made here in Youngstown, and the truth is if you spend enough money, you can probably make it less expensive in China. But what you can't replicate is the culture and the people that you have. Yeah. So that's the indispensable, unique thing that kind of all great successful businesses have, I think. Yeah. And the first thing is recognizing that's the biggest asset that you have. And then once you've recognized it, in a situation like the pandemic, we lost 93% of our revenue in 2 weeks.
Like that.
And, we got together with our private equity partner, Arbor, and we said, what are the most important things that we can do? Because there's going to be an end to the pandemic, and people are going to come out and they're going to start to eat out again, and we want to be there for it, and we want to be successful. So what are we going to do? And our number one priority was making sure that we maintained the team of people that we had.
And you have.
And we have. We haven't lost anyone.
Not a one person.
So the exact same team that we had 2 years ago is the exact same team that we're fielding today. Plus we've hired some additional people. Yeah. And one of the great things, coming out of the pandemic is we've hired a lot of college students who are working in our sales service and customer service, distributor support areas. And they bring such great energy to the business. There's nothing better than having all the people that you've worked with your whole career and you love working with, and then adding all these new people and new ideas and enthusiasm. So for us, it's been great.
You have assumed another brand. You've partnered again. Who is it, and why is it important? Because you don't make these decisions lightly. I know that.
No, we purchased a business called Hollowick. And their business, Lauren, is table lighting and fuel for chafers. Mm-hmm. And so the warming mechanism for chafers.
Got to keep it hot, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, baby.
When we started to look at that business, we're very defined as a business in our space. So we sell tableware, buffet equipment to the hospitality industry, to restaurants, hotels, country clubs, casinos, cruise ships, all those types of people. That's our business. This company made table lighting primarily, and the fuel cells that allow the votive to be lit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They make that in a factory in Manlius, New York. Second generation, highly modern, great group of people, great cultural fit. And we got together with them right here at this showroom 6 months ago, and we were able to kind of say what we would like to see and do with the business. Mm-hmm. We absolutely wanted to keep the manufacturing plant where it was. We wanted to keep the people. We had great respect for the brand. We wanted the brand to live on and continue to be out there in the industry. And it's been a great acquisition. We're super excited.
There are a lot of people that are saying, sit-down dining and experience dining is no longer viable. There are people that say that. I am not one of them.
There are people that say that. I think that what the end consumer, the person that sits down at a dining room table, most values is creativity, right? And creativity starts at the top and flows down. You know, it's the great chefs and the great restaurants that come up with the great new ideas or the great new concept, and then we find at different price points of ways to incorporate those innovations into what we see in dining every day. If there's no high-end restaurants, there's no creativity. So I don't believe that that's ever going to be the case. I think that we're always going to have those people who are out there innovating, and we're all going to rush to the table to see what they've done. And then people in the industry are going to find ways to emulate parts of what they have done. And we're going to find bits and pieces of that, you know, all the way down to casual dining level. So I'm a big believer that the creative restaurants are going to survive and thrive.
We couldn't be prouder of you. Thank you for allowing us to visit so many great restaurants around our area. There are a few on the list that I have given him that he hasn't even been to yet, so I feel like I'm finally, you know, to letting you in on a couple secrets, but they are so appreciative, and we really enjoy you being on our show and in our community. So
As soon as I get out of the seat, I'm going to those restaurants.
The minute he goes, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm just kidding. Thank you, John.
Great to see you, Lauren. Take care. Bye-bye.